Joe Brorsma, the Member Relations Coordinator here at the Chamber, and I am so thrilled to have with me two guests from the Land Canadian Adventures. We have Sally Russell and Bria, I shouldn't have said last names because I got to read quickly, Hoskins Hasbury. Perfect.
Oh, you nailed it. You nailed it. That is
all right?
me.
we took that course in school. It was how to say names, so I'm all good. How are you guys doing today?
Good. We are great. Thrilled to be here. Thank you so much for having us.
Perfect. Well, we are thrilled to have you. But yeah, why don't you tell me a little bit about the company and what it is you offer to the community?
Sure. So basically, we are a family-owned and operated outdoor education and wilderness guiding company, and we're based in Apsley now, but we were based out of Lakefield, or Selwyn specifically, when we first got started. So we've been Peterborough members and North Kawarthas members, and now we're back together. So we specialize in 4-season backcountry travel and experiential education, specifically like team building and skill building on the land and on the water. So since we do 4 seasons, we do snowshoe in the winter, and we do canoe, generally speaking, in the spring, summer, and fall. And our main goal, it's hard to speak to all of the programs that we've offered over the years, but our main goal has always been about creating opportunities for people to connect with themselves and each other and their environments through these really meaningful and somewhat challenging outdoor experiences. So our job is basically to create these opportunities for people to grow with themselves and each other and with their environment, as opposed to like against it. So we're really in the business of creating opportunities for fostering stewardship, and we partner with a lot of organizations to develop specific custom co-curricular kind of experiences for people, so that the explicit objective might be to learn English, for example, but we're actually going to go and learn English through a whole bunch of outdoor skill building sessions and canoe camping trips, for example. But really, we've done all kinds of things, from like one-on-one to groups of 200, and the goal is always just to connect people with themselves and nature, and have a good time doing it.
Awesome. No, that sounds great. I'll ask you then, so what are some of the more popular programs? Maybe I'll throw to Sally for this one.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I love catching people off guard.
No problem. So popular, because we do so much work with like community partners. We do a lot of stuff with Fleming College, Trent University, Lakefield College School, Nagajwanong Friendship Center. So if we're talking numbers in terms of attendance, those would probably be our most popular, because we're doing it in partnership with other organizations. And those have, like Brie was saying, depending on the organization's goals, can be any wide range of things. Like, for instance, with Fleming College, we run programs with their outdoor education program, where we help run their field days. So very like out on the land, camping, bushcraft, that kind of stuff. But we also do like a team building kind of program for their global business management course. And that one has been a little bit more hybridized now to be virtual and in person. And that one has more of a focus on like building your team and communications in the context of business and also through the land and camp skills. So these programs really have a wide variety. My map's going to fall down here behind me in a second. But then we also have programs like the ones that we run through ourselves. For instance, like Young Trippers is our backcountry summer canoe camp. And that is something that we run just ourselves. It's sort of like individual registration. And it's 6 days. It's 2 days here at our wilderness property. So bookended, the first day and the last day. And in the middle, there it goes. In the middle, we head out to Kawartha Highlands Provincial Park for some real like backcountry canoe portage challenge camping for, and that's for campers aged 12 to 16. So there's a wide variety and sort of depends on your interpretation of popular, really.
Well, it sounds like some great programs. Shout out for having a map behind you, because no one's going to know this, but in our last conversation, the three of us, I also had a map. I was at my home office and we challenged Sally to get a map, and she did a great job getting one. Now we'll just get her someone to help put it up for her next time.
It's because it's a map that you actually use. That is the Unlostify map for the Kawartha Highlands Provincial Park. So Sally regularly has to actually consult that one in the backcountry.
Yeah, ours are just for show normally.
yeah, these ones are for show.
Yeah, no, that's great. Okay, so I know you guys had a new program. I know last year it was featured in our auction, and it's called Camp to Cottage. One of you want to jump in and just share a little bit about that with us?
For sure.
I'll sort of get it started and then I'll pass it off to you, Sally. So, because it's still really fun for me to introduce it as Sally's program, because it's a great example of a request coming in, and then we kind of like morph it into something that we can really get behind. So it was a request for swimming lessons from a grandmother on Jack Lake, which is not far from our home place. And since we're not swimming instructors, Sally was like, well, instead, how about we do several hours of like bushcraft and paddling? And basically we bring a summer camp counselor, wilderness guide, to your cottage, hence the name that we came up with, Camp to Cottage. And so without me saying too much more, I'm still really proud that Sally did it, and that it's been it was more than what we had anticipated. Word spread like it does on the lakes, you know, so it was just by word of mouth last year. And then we've got all of those people are coming back again this year, plus some others. And another really cool thing is that we've hired a youth who is actually at camp, like a cottager herself on that lake, who found the job and was like, I know this place. I love this place. I can do this job. So as you can see, that's that kind of thing gets me excited. So Sally, can you tell us more about Camp to Cottage?
Thank you, Bria. Yeah, it's super cool. It's basically, you know, developed from this sort of more remote way that we've gotten used to working, where, you know, this way parents or grandparents can still work from the cottage, and we will send somebody to their cottage to run this summer camp. There's like no commuting, there's no worry about, you know, safety or any of that, because we're there and we're delivering a really fun, personalized camp experience. And I emphasize personalized because these are really, it's one guide, so it's a small group. It's up to 5 kids, and that can be anybody that the cottage owner chooses to bring in, if it's your neighbor or your cousin or a friend who's coming to visit for a couple days. And then we deliver a program. If you just want to have fun outside, we can just focus on games. If you want to learn camp skills and bushcrafting and how to build a fire and all that, we can do that. If you want to do paddling all the time, we can do paddling. We can do all of it together. And so we deliver it in, there's sort of 2 formats. We have half day. So that's either 9 a.m. to noon or 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. So half day, 3-hour sessions, or a full day, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And they're in packages of Monday to Friday, one of those types of days. And yeah, it's very personalized, super fun. It's cottages that we're mostly focusing on the North Kawartha area, but absolutely, if you're, you know, within reasonable distance of Apsley, then we can definitely chat, even if you're not technically in like the North Kawartha municipality. And that's what it is. It's super fun, super cool. And so that's like Jack Lake, Shandos Lake, Big Cedar, Anstruther, Cashebog, Stony Lake. Like I'm leaving out a whole bunch of them, but if that's you, then give us a call. To sign up to is super easy. You just give me a shout at my email, which is info@thelandcanadianadventures.com, or we have a page for it on our website that has a link directly to our booking form. And that's how you go about it.
Perfect. Well, you answered my next question, which was going to be how you sign up. So perfect. Let me just ask you both one final question then. So and maybe it's going to be something that you offer through work, or something that maybe you just do on the side. But what's your favorite outdoor activity?
Right. Canoeing and swimming, they go very well together. And yeah, so I'm a summer Ontario person. Summer, fall, that's like my favorite. Yep. My favorite.
For me, it's canoeing and hiking and then camping. I think of those as like the big three, because you can use your feet or your paddle to get you to your campsite.
Perfect. So you both found ways to get multiple things in there, and I like that a lot. So that's the sign of true outdoors lovers there. So obviously you are both very passionate about what you do, and it's an excellent thing to do for the community, and a great business. So we really appreciate all that you do. And hopefully everyone watching this, if you haven't already and you have kids or no kids, book the Camp to Cottage program, or book a team building exercise, whatever it might be, and get outdoors this summer, because hopefully it's going to be a great summer. Thank you both for joining, and we really appreciate you.
Thanks so much, Nigel. It was great speaking with you. See you out there on the water.
Perfect.